There was a story which I saw in one of these early days of intelligence in BBC program documentaries, but I couldn't find it really in my search. There is a story 2,500 years ago, not now, that two young ladies, they were passing in the jungle and they saw a black box, very big black box. Okay, it was strange. Then they went in and they saw there is a gap and written, ask any question you have. Okay, what is the name of my father? Came out, so and so. He knows. Okay, what's the capital of Fulan? What is the river Fulan? How do you make this? Everything they put, the answer came out. So clever. No, we have to teach this box. We have to do something that it cannot answer. What could be?
Emotion.
Somehow emotion, somehow relation to emotion. So they write to him only, give us a joke or write us a joke. Couldn't come out. Because computers, and interesting, this is 2,500 years ago, they noticed that if there is such a machine that knows everything, but not necessarily emotion is part of it. So we can't, computers even today, they cannot create stories, they can't create joke, they can't understand these sort of things. So part of the intelligence definition, we have a lot of different definitions. My definition is very simple, as you can see. Anything that makes decision. In my understanding of intelligence, we are speaking about intelligence. So anything which can understand and make decision. Well, of course, to make decision, you have to understand, to learn 3 ingredients it has. I will show you more than 3 really. There are some ingredients, but at the end of the day, anything which can make a decision, that has some sort of intelligence. But intelligence does not necessarily mean high-end intelligence. When we call it intelligence, it can be anything. It can be from small thing to big thing. It can be.
So I have a question.
Simple, yes.
Calculator has intelligence?
Yes, if the normal calculator, no, it's not. You can say, but the one which has movement on it, yes, you can say even function or something like that.
Because it doesn't make decision. I put the numbers.
Yes,
and I put
no,
equals.
decision is when you give plus 2 plus 2, the equal comes as an output. But normally we don't consider that as intelligence, but it can be. It is a decision. Okay. It is a decision. But a simple thing, which we normally, you are right. I mean, it can be simple calculation as well. But anything more physically in it, we more consider things which has physical, like a lift, for example. A lift, it's so simple thing, but it can. It needs to understand. Do you know which one? What is the procedures in a lift? Yeah, what's that?
I did the thing actually.
Yes.
One of the projects I forgot.
Yeah, forgot. That's right. It's simple.
گفتیم ما چیز درست می‌کردیم با
Machine learning.
Lift?
Up and down.
Up,
Yes.
down stuff.
Yes. Well, how does it make decisions? I mean, is there any priorities? Is there anything to do first or second or whatever? Because when somebody press 7, somebody press 3. Up and down. That's important. In early years, in early days or years in Iran, for example, we had only one. It wasn't up and down. It was only one. But then they realized, oh yeah, you have to put up and down. And yet, a lot of people, even here, they don't know which one to press. And they press both of them, exactly. So it's easy. But basically, because I wanted to build one, I was in university, so I went into the lift of our office, went up, down, different, and pressed all sorts of things to understand how does it work. Then I realized, yes, when it says the direction, it always the priority is direction. So if it's going up, anything in between it stops. But if it's not, it doesn't stop. So it goes to the end of the request and then changes the direction. Again, whatever in the way stops. So that's why. But there is one lift in near Aldgate. It's a new one. The lifts in hospital, Bassem was there. The left, they don't have any button at all. No button, not even request, not in the inside. But there is a computer there, and you just select and you say, I want to go to this floor. And it tells you which one to select, A, B, C, D. There are more than one. So what it does, it selects, it knows basically which one is best for you, and then for you to stop. So that's another type of selection. Traffic light, simple, red, green light. It depends, and especially nowadays, normally some of them, they see the traffic. In old days, they had to put a loop in the street so they could feel sense the car, so by the metal. Nowadays everything is by camera or by whatever. So it can select the amount of time for different times, depending on the traffic situation. Route finder, of course, we know, and then goes. But even thermostat, a simple thermostat, is intelligent. It could be these cleaners, this vacuum cleaners, automatic one. It's very interesting. Every time I like it when I want to, I put a robot somewhere and tell him, find your way back. When it wants to find back, it's very interesting. It turns around completely to understand where it is, because it doesn't know where it is. First it wants where it is. Then if there is anything in between, it goes the shortest path to near to the power station. Then it turns around to put the position, exactly right position, so it enters from right direction. Interesting. So autonomous cars are nowadays you saw some of these Chinese ones, and also well, it's coming now. And humanoid is, of course, is the high end of it. There is one professor, Jack Copeland. He in his book, I have that the paper. It is. He has also a book, but I have a copy of the paper. What is artificial intelligence? He says that the intelligence, or artificial intelligence, we should say, or any intelligence. Generally, he says intelligence in this one has 5 ingredients. Generalization is not only the learning, but learning in general form. We will talk about a bit about that. Then reasoning, then problem solving, perception, and then language understanding. He has broken down some of these. You can add this, you can divide it, but somehow in today's practices, he has made these 5 different type of approaches in AI, which, well, okay, it's something. Myself, I go to only three type of very easy one: representation, learning, and decision making. So 3 different type of actions or things really we should learn in machine intelligence, or in intelligence, and then in machine intelligence we use this. The representation, I put the colors so just in case to help you. But 25500, everybody knows. Red. Second one, 0012, RGB, no, navy, dark blue. It's navy, dark blue. No, when it's because number low, it's darker. 255 is the lightest. The third one,
turquoise? No, red and green.
RG, red and green. Between red and green is yellow. So it's dark yellow. Okay? It's a number. It's not in yellow. This is 25500. But simply you can say it's red. And that's the thing. You see red, but your eyes see a sense, see a number, see a iteration, something, a level, electricity. But we call it red. Everybody who sees that red will call it red. And maybe the numbers in my brain is different from your numbers in your brain. Who says? We have absolutely no way of saying that they are the same. Voltage may be different, and the codes may be different, but it has been made in a way. Our mind works in a way that we learn the same thing and we call it the same thing. So 25500, we call it red. Everybody calls it red because we call it always RGB. It's red, green, blue. We put it that way so everybody knows that that's red. So that's the representation. We can make anything to understand what is happening around us.
Can you send us the slides, please?
Yes, sure.
No,
you see
because
that?
I'm writing the notes from them. Is it? Can you send it now or not?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You don't have the thingy there.
Internet I have first of all to connect it, then
Wi-Fi بزنین
چی؟ بلدی برو
نه خاطر
باید با این وای فای کنم
نه
میخوام
درست
واسه
کردم
خودتون اینا رو منظم نوت داشته باشم.
خب من میخوام بذارم دیگه بعد روش صدا دارم ضبط میکنم بعد روش چیز میذارم و همین اسلایدر روش میذارم ویدیوش میکنم
منم کانکتیدیم که
نه میگم میکنم دیگه میگم کار
اگه
بکنیم
میخوام بکنیم که
بله.
بکنیم دیگه بس هیچ نه.
نه همون روی صدا میگم چیز میذارم
اوکی گود.
الان نوشته بود وصل اینترنت داره
نه ندارم میگم که ندارم
نه خیلی نوشته بود کانکتد
نه
از این چیزی هست.
Oh, I
بیتی
forgot
میتی
to.
ها.
What's happening?
روشن
It's getting very cold, very slow. I don't know.
عوضش کن
با چی عوضش کنم؟
لپتاپ عوض کن
آره نه این آقای چیز میگه همیشه باید چیزش کنی اسمش چیه میگه SSD بذار
آره اگه نو بگیرین اصلا هیچ غیر از SSD نگیر
آره نه همینو میگه برو SSDش بکن
آره ارزون تر
یه خورده حساب کنی آره okay so the film matrix you know in matrix representing what was the best because the whole film is about representation the whole film is about this life can be we are in the computer really we can be we don't know really how we are here okay reality or not reality is in the film of inception but in matrix is representation everything but one aspect of it is really interesting it shows the human can understand what's happening inside the computer do you remember which one is it what is it
خط سبزا
yes yes it's
This is representation.
yes the operator he understands oh the agent have came in oh the something is happening Leo is losing he's winning by these he can understand the whole story he can understand by seeing the numbers
Where is this used? Gambling or?
no it's just film
Oh,
it's
film.
film
Okay.
film. No, it's like exactly the numbers which I said, like here. You could see the number, you can say it's red.
Oh, okay.
You can say it's yellow. So basically, here in this film, he says he can understand the whole thing by just looking at the numbers are going and what number is going and what's happening. So this is representation. It's very important. In fact, myself and Mansour, we have a paper, an idea of representing for AI to use a way that it's game-changing. We believe it's game-changing. It changes the whole AI. It's a high end of AI. It changes because we made it very simple. We can represent emotion. That's important. We can make a digitizing of emotion, which is really very, very something strange, which we think we are doing anyhow.